Found yourself staring out into space, or not sleeping at night because you're wondering, what am I going to do next? How am I going to survive? You've just found out that you are going to lose your job, or you've lost your job. It's the feeling so many of us can relate to. It's very overwhelming. It weighs on your heart and your soul. It's the fear of the unknown and making sure that you're financially going to be okay while you look for a job. But what if I told you there are simple, practical steps that you can use towards budgeting while you look for that job and try to make your money, your assets stretch while you're looking for that job also? Well, stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, we're going to go through 5 tips that will help you towards budgeting and setting up a plan for your future, a foundation, so that if this ever happens again to you, you'll be prepared and you'll be ready.
Life doesn't always go as planned, does it? Maybe you're facing a job loss, navigating a divorce, caring for a loved one, or grieving the loss of someone close to you. These moments can feel overwhelming, leaving you wondering, what now? Welcome to Thriving Through Transitions. In this broadcast series, you'll find hope, guidance, and practical advice to help you move forward one step at a time. Each week, Vicki Jern, a compassionate financial advocate, brings you thoughtful insights and actionable strategies to tackle life's challenges head on. From managing financial hurdles to finding balance and building resilience, she's here to help you survive and thrive. So, whether you're amidst a major change or preparing for what's ahead, join us each week to learn from someone who understands and who truly cares. Don't forget to subscribe and follow so you're always ready for whatever life brings your way. Be financially prepared for today and the uncertainties of tomorrow.
Hello everyone, my name is Vicki Jern, and I'm your financial advocate and guide through life's toughest transitions. And one of those tough transitions is losing a job. First, let me say I understand what you're going through. Losing a job is not easy. It's financially devastating. It can be, but it also can be emotionally devastating and affect you in so many different ways. And we're going to talk about that, but also I'm going to give you 5 actionable tips that you can use towards budgeting and being prepared for this and going through this. One of the things I know and I've noticed is that losing a job is just not about your finances. It's about your identity. It's about your security. And it affects every part of your life. It can affect your family, as if you're the sole provider. If you're not, it can still affect your self-esteem. You're worried about where the money, how am I going to make everything stretch? And if you have to go back and find another job, you don't want to go into your assets. You want to make sure that you can find the job as soon as possible and not have to dip into your savings. I've worked with so many individuals that have gone through this over the years. And let me tell you, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to have the concerns that you have. It's normal. What matters is what you do next. And that's why I'm here, is to help you and guide you along that pathway. You don't have to go it alone. I'm here to guide you. The biggest challenge after a job loss is managing what feels like an impossible balancing act. You're really trying to stretch your savings while you're looking for a job. And it's hard to do all of that, especially when you're not quite sure how to go about everything. Let's face it, the cost of living is not going down. In fact, it's been going up. To eat out, to buy food, rent, gasoline, it's all going up, right? So we have to learn how to stretch our savings. So today we're going to cover 5 key tips that can help you take control of your finances and also stretch your savings. The tips are designed to be straightforward, realistic, and actually empowering, and fairly easy, but just getting started is the big thing. First tip, take stock of your finances. Actually sit down and review your finances. Look at your assets, look at your expenses, look at your debt, anything that's unknown that needs to be there. If you've got a pension or a severance package, put that all down, write it all down. Put down if you've got a 401k, if you've got IRAs, where your savings are. Then put your expenses down. And don't put a ballpark number, put them in detail. And where they all go, and even go as far as when payments are due. That's very helpful. And then debt. What about debt? Write that down also. And I would make sure that you know that where your essential or your needs are. This is your needs or what you essentially need for day-to-day living. An example is if you have $10,000 in savings, but your monthly expenses, your needs are $2,000, then you know what you have to stretch over. I would recommend a 4 to 6 month period to make it last. Now, it depends on your income and your job responsibilities. It could be that you find a job sooner than 4 to 6 months. It could be 4 to 6 months or later. But make sure that you try to make sure that your expenses, your income stretches. Number 2, reduce non-essential spending. If you're going out to eat all the time, cut back on that. If you are going out to meet with your buddies or for entertainment, that's an area that you can look at too. Subscriptions that you don't need. Look where you can trim cost. That is non-essential. This is your wants that you can cut back on at this time. An example would be if you're paying $15 a month for a subscription, if you cut that out, and for the time being for 6 months, you're saving $90. That might not seem like a lot, but over time, a lot of those kind of money, $15 here and there, adds up, wouldn't you say? Build a bare bones budget. This is just what you absolutely need to live on. It's your needs, your food, your transportation, your utility, your mortgage, or your rent. Bare bones. And when you know that, let's say it's $2,000 a month, that's what you have to, for sure, prepare for and plan for and stretch your budget for. Tip number 4, look for ways to save on necessities. A cost-saving thing that I do a lot is if I go to Costco or Sam's, I might buy a big package, a 5-pound package of hamburger, and I cut it up in 1 pound and freeze it so that when I need it, I don't have to rush out and pay a lot more for it. That's a way to make things last longer. Look at coupon savings, generic grocery shopping with coupons. Look at lowering your bill for utilities, for electricity. If your expenses are due for your car and your home or your auto expenses or rent, go out and renegotiate that. These are ways to cut back on the savings. The 5th tip is seek financial help if you need it and when needed. Don't hesitate to reach out to someone for help. Your company might offer a group that helps you look for another job, a job placement, or helps you puts together your resume, update it, especially if you haven't had your job for quite a while. Also, make sure that you check if your church or any of your organizations that you belong to have groups that could help you with looking for a job. Reach out to your friends and neighbors and your networking group to see if they can have any suggestions. Don't forget to rely on your family for support. They are there to be with you and help you and guide you along the way. Another thing is that if you're unemployed and you're eligible for unemployment benefits, check that out. Definitely go and look into that. That is very important. And make sure you understand your health insurance when you're unemployed and how long it lasts and what it covers. I know this is a lot to take in, a lot to do, and it's overwhelming, but you're resilient and you will make this. You're actually here today and you're taking your first step, and that's awesome. You want to find out the tips to proceed on, and that's great. I congratulate you. This is a season in your life, not a sentence. By taking these steps, you are building your foundation for your future. That's awesome, and congratulations. Every small decision you make today has the potential to help you for the future and for opportunities in the future too. You might decide that maybe you don't want to do the same kind of job. You want to do something a little different. This is a great time to reflect and look at what you've done and where you want to head and where you want to go. Remember, even the most overwhelming challenges can be tackled one step at a time. It's not about being perfect. It's about the progress you make. If this resonates with you, I'd like to continue the conversation, whether it's creating a personalized plan or just helping you through this process and just guiding you along the way. I'm here for you. You can visit my website at beefinancialpartners.net to schedule a consultation, or you can call me at 832-698-2010, or you can visit my Facebook at Be Financial Partners. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tips and resources. You don't have to face this alone. Together we can build a plan that creates clarity, stability, and hope for what's next for you. And let's take that first step together. I know you can do it.